Yo, what is going on, everybody? IG here, back with another video. As always, hopefully everyone's having a good day today. So today's topic, we're going to be discussing about the Brooklyn Nets and how I can go ahead and say goodbye. Goodbye to the dream of Kyrie going to the Lakers this season, because we all know KD announced a couple days back he met with management, Sean Marks, Joe Tsai, that he is going to be sticking around. As far as being on the Brooklyn Nets, he's not going to proceed with the trade request. So we know Kyrie's going to stick around, right? At least for one more year. Next year, it's free game. Lakers, go get them next year. But as far as we know this year, Brooklyn Nets, they are back. They're intact. And I feel like they're primed to have a run at the NBA Finals this year. They have a good shot at getting to the championship. I think their roster is solid. They're going to have Ben Simmons, and there's been some photos surfacing around the internet. He's kind of been in the lab. He had those demons 2 years ago now at this point, but I feel like Ben Simmons, he's primed to have a bounce back year. I think that he's going to be able to help Brooklyn, not only from a defensive standpoint, but as far as running the offense. I feel like Ben Simmons should do what they try to have James Harden do, but Ben Simmons is more natural at it from the point guard position. So I think that he'll be able to kind of help facilitate that offense, get KD and Kyrie into the situation that they like to get the ball at. So I think that's going to be a good move. I actually like that trio better than the James Harden, Kyrie, and KD, but that's just me. So, but overall, they're going to be back. You got the key players. You got Seth. Joe Harris should be back next year, and I don't know the extent to his injury. I know he was out all last year, but I would think that he should be ready to go by training camp. If not training camp, for sure, within the first month of the regular season. You got Claxton. They are still trying to make a couple moves. I saw some rumors about Carmelo going to Brooklyn. I don't know how true that may be, but I mean that might be a nice little pickup for Brooklyn as well. Not from the defensive standpoint, but from like an offensive standpoint. Even though I feel like they have enough firepower on the offensive side, they need to, kind of move those puppies and get someone on the defensive side. But that's just me again. I feel like they're going to put last season behind them. We all know what happened. Boston gave them the business. But I just think that with everything that was going on with the Kyrie situation, James Harden, KD kind of in and out of the lineup, I think there was just a lot going on with that team last year that they weren't together. I think all this drama is going to help bring them together. But I also do think that if stuff does go sideways, I do think that Steve Nash will be let go as a head coach. I think that they would make a move as far as he's going to be the first domino piece if they're going to, as far as the blame game goes. So if it starts going sideways, I would not be surprised if Steve Nash is the first to go and they try to find another head coach. But if things do go well, then obviously we don't have to worry about that, but just kind of, be on the lookout for that. Like Steve Nash is going to be the first scapegoat as far as trying to get the ship back on track again. But overall, I feel like with the Brooklyn Nets is the Eastern Conference Finals or bust. I feel like they can't get to the second round. They've done the second round, they've done the first round. I think where KD is at his stage of his career, same with Kyrie, they have to at least get to Eastern Conference Finals to consider that a winning season. Of course, if you can make it to the finals and win it all, that's just icing on the cake. But overall, I think they got to at least get to Eastern Conference Finals. But it's not going to be easy, right? The East is stacked. It's not like I kind of was whenever LeBron was there a handful of years. The East is loaded. You still got Miami. Miami's going to do Miami things. They're going to be in there. You got the Sixers, which I will be doing another video on that shortly. For some reason, I feel like the Sixers is going to be a sleeper team. Kind of funny to say that when you got Joel Embiid and James Harden, but I feel like there's not enough talk going around as far as the Sixers, but they're going to do their thing this year. Of course, you have Milwaukee, who could have went back to back if Chris Middleton did not get injured. That's just my opinion. I felt that Boston would not have got through Milwaukee if Middleton never happened as far as the injury goes. So Giannis is going to continue to get better. You still got Drew Holiday. You still got Bobby Portis. You still got the pieces around Giannis. So do not sleep on Milwaukee. And of course, you got Boston. Boston is still going to do Boston things. JT and JB, they're going to be hungry. They're going to be motivated, of course, along with Marcus Smart. Losing into the finals. They've been chipping away every single year. So, and they're still so young. They still got the core team together. They added some good pieces. I like the Brogdon pickup. I like the Gallinari pickup, even though he did have that injury. But all signs point to him being all right. I think they added just enough pieces to continue to build around that core. I think they're going to be primed for another run at the NBA Finals. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made it at the end either. But overall, I do think that this is KD's time, right? Everyone's talking about KD can't do it without Steph, Clay, and Draymond. Kyrie can't do it without LeBron. I think this is a year where they're gonna have to prove people wrong. I feel like they can do it. I feel like they're just gonna put all this stuff behind them. They're gonna be bought in as a team. They shouldn't have to worry about any of this COVID situation this upcoming season. And then we just gotta see how the whole Ben Simmons experiment turns out. But overall, I think they're gonna be right there in the thick of the race this year in the Eastern Conference. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that do you think it's gonna work out? Do you think they still should blow it up? Do you think that Kyrie is gonna re-sign next year, or do you think Kyrie's out the door after this season? Leave your thoughts down below. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support that I have been getting in these videos. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So can't thank you guys enough. I got a lot more content coming your guys' way, such as this and some other stuff that's cooking. So kind of stay tuned for that. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next video. All right, peace.